Okay, so yeah, self-reliance. This is the new film written and directed by Jack Johnson. The film is produced by Ali Bell, Joe Hardesty, and Jack Johnson. It's executive produced by Andy Samberg, Akiva Schiffer, and Jerona Tacone. It is co-produced by Anna Rami Borden and Brie Andrade. Dan Roma took care of the music. Adam Silver is on cinematography. Ryan Brown edits the piece. Wendy O'Brien took care of the casting. Grace Alley production design. Alison Korf was set decoration. Heather Allison is costume design. All right, hair and makeup. We have got Maggie Fung, Alex Galdino, Renee Goodhue, Rachel Jenkins, Pavi Oliveras, Rebecca Penderson, and Megan Williams. So, our cast. Jack Johnson plays Tommy. Who have we got? His mother, Laurie, is played by Nancy Lenehan. His sisters, Amy, is played by Mary Holland. And Mary is played by Emily Hampshire, right? We've had on the podcast. We then have got... who would be next? I guess Maddie, right? Played by Anna Kendrick. There's Becky Ann, played by Miriam Flynn. Teresa, played by Natalie Morales. That's Tommy's ex. Andy Samberg plays Andy Samberg. We've got Biff Whiff, who plays James, aka Walter. Gosh, who else is there? Malcolm, right? Malcolm is dating or married to, I'm not quite sure actually, Amy, I think it is. Malcolm's played by Daryl J. Johnson. Who else is there? There is our PA ninjas, right? Eduardo Franco is one. Sky Elabar is another one. Oh, yes. So, Charlie, right, is played by Gatta. And I'll say, right, he's a lot better in this than Anyone But You. But he's not really in it a lot. Charlie's dad, Charlie Sr., is played by Stephen Littles. Tommy's dad is played by John Ponzio. Lindsay, played by Karen Maruyama. Sumo wrestler, played by Makini Manu. Sinbad guy, played by Theo Wilson. The samurai, played by Thomas Vu. Wayne Brady, played by Wayne Brady. We got the 7-foot man, played by Boban Marjanovic. And the cowboy, played by Jeff Kuber. Roy, played by Eric Edelstein. I think that's probably it. So, when a man is offered $1 million to play a game in which hunters try to kill him, he thinks he has found the perfect loophole. They can only attack when he's alone. His only problem is that none of his friends or family believe the game is real. So, yeah, this is the thing. Now, I thought, coming off the back of Jackpot last week, maybe take a look at this one, see how this plays out, right? And we've had similar kind of films, you know what I mean, around kind of these weird reality games. There was I think it was Contender 7, I think the official name. Also things like Hounded and stuff like that, which is, Truman Show, obviously. And we've seen it done well, right? This is it's an odd one because it's not funny. It's not hilarious. It is kind of surreal. And it does sometimes kind of veer in that direction where it's making a poignant point, right? About, I guess, personal relationships and I think our need to be with people, right? Falling into ruts, right? Understanding other people's needs and wants, that kind of thing. But even with those points, it kinds to tiptoe along the surface. It doesn't really go deep into the things. You know what I mean? Right? With this game, what does seem very odd, right? You're in this thing with people trying to kill you. There's no attempt of Tommy getting a weapon. Now, I forget where he is. You know what I mean? Maybe he's in a state where you can't have a gun, right? That's fine. But you'd think you would carry around, I don't know, like a bat, a kosh, some mace, something, brass knuckles, like something. You know what I mean? That you can, at a push, get yourself out of a sticky situation if you find yourself there. So that just seemed one of the most logical things that you would do straight out the gate. Straight out the gate, right? Like, hire a prostitute. I mean, I'm not saying you have to sleep with them, but you think that might just be that easy thing about being with someone. Because the option in which he does decide to go, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because the game is, anyone playing in the game is open to being killed. Now, they say we can't kill innocents, right? So that would be your family, your loved one, your girlfriend, your partner, whatever, right? Your work colleagues, that kind of thing, because they're not involved in the game. Which then would say anyone involved in the game is open, right? So the solution makes no sense. It's, I think you can get behind the film, but when we jump into this territory, now you've lost us. You've lost us because your whole setup, you've gone and flown in the face of it. You've flown in the face of your set. It's like with Highlander 2, when suddenly they're aliens. Oh, and there's a load of them. And it's just like, wait, you said there could only be one, and now you're saying there's more, and they're aliens. Like, what's happening here? You know what I mean? That's what this is. It's just like, hey, they say these are the rules, and then it's like, but fuck it. We're not even going to bother with the rules. We're going to change them, mid-game. right? It's that weirdness. So, yeah, these things don't really make any sense, you know? And even the situation with Maddie, right? That's kind of odd when you think about why is her mum gonna be there? You know what I mean? Like, if everything is everything, then why is her mum gonna be there? You know? Because if, I mean, that's all I can really say on that without, I mean, I don't think it's a crazy spoiler, but, you know, I'm not gonna say anything just in case, right? But yeah, that's where it gets very odd. You know, that like these things come about and they don't really add up. You know, like just the other people involved. I mean, I'd have a camera, right? If you're trying to prove this to your family, I'd have a camera. So I'll take a picture, right? If you see a ninja, I'll take a picture. So then you'll be like, yo, see these people, look, he's got a gun. He's trying to kill me. You know, you know what I mean? Like, you'd think there's ways in which you can prove this to people, but for whatever reason, they're not doing it. And the other, look, here's a big thing. If someone's proposed this game to you, wouldn't you be like, okay, all right, in theory, I could be down, but I need you to clarify the rules. You know what I mean? And how do I exactly win? Right? You need to break that down. How do I actually win? Because I don't want you trying to fuck me over on this one. Right? You'd want all that information, right? That's what you would want. Yeah. It's an odd film. The acting is all fine. There's nothing wrong with the acting here. You know? I mean, there are a few bits where you might go, that's a little bit overacting in that scenario. You know what I mean? Or what are we? But for the most part, I'd say the acting is fine. Like, all the elements of the film are fine. It's just the plot gets a little bit herky jerky, let's say. Little herky jerks. You know what I mean? Now, I checked this out on Paramount Plus in the UK. I believe it's screening on Hulu in the States. You know? So if you like Jack Johnson, then maybe you want to check this one out. Like, it's, you know, I think Jack Johnson can make some quirky kind of films, which I enjoy a quirky film. You know what I mean? I enjoy a quirky film. And something like Ride the Eagle. Ride the Eagle is kind of bizarre, but I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed it. It's weird, but it kind of works. You know, I don't think this is up there with that one. But, yeah, if you're a fan of Jack Johnson, the actor, remember, it's not the same person as the singer, you know, then, yeah, you might enjoy it. You might enjoy it. So, self-reliance.